Hello, welcome to Unequal Sequel.
Extra.
Yes, it's the end of the month. We've made it to the end of September. Is it sad that I had to think about where in the year we were there? Hello, everyone. Welcome. My name is Dave. I'm one of the two hosts of this award-nominated podcast, along with the other voice you just heard. His name is Rich. Say hi, Rich.
Hi, Rich.
Hi. Rich, every recording we're going to do now, you're going to sound slightly better.
Yes, I am. I'm still slightly snotty, slightly nasally still, but no, much better than the last recording. That's
Even the last recording, which I think was 2-3 days ago.
Yeah.
You sound so much better.
I am feeling a lot better.
I know a lot of people can't see you, but I can, and I can tell you look better.
Yes.
As well. So you got less COVID in you. Mm-hmm. Well, is it? I'm guessing you're COVID free again now.
I'm hoping it's all gone because after we record, I'm off to France.
Yeah, they're gonna let you in.
I'm going to France for the World Cup, so but the COVID better be gone.
They don't really care about it anymore, do they? Do they check?
No, I don't think so. No, you don't have to do tests or anything like that anymore. Like, I was reading up on it, and they were like, "You may want to wear a mask if you go to a healthcare setting," and I was like, "Meh." Does 90,000 people in the stadium watching rugby count?
No. When I went to in the full thing of COVID and travelling, it was very expensive with the tests and stuff to Canada. So I'm glad we don't have to spend that much money now.
I did all that. I was supposed to go to Italy.
I remember.
Rugby. I was supposed to go to Italy, and I tested positive the day I was supposed to fly out. I was like, no.
So you've had it 5 times now. Does that get you a T-shirt?
Well, yeah, it should do.
Or a badge or something like that?
What it gets is I've got an autoimmune disease. So if you have an autoimmune disease, then chances are you're going to get more things like COVID more often. So
plus, you have a kid who goes to school and they're little germ boxes.
Yeah. He hasn't had it though. No, my wife and my son.
No, he could just be a carrier. Just a carrier.
True, could be just a carrier.
Yeah,
but yeah, they've been all right. It's just me. Because
it's nice to have you back.
My immune system is screwed.
Yeah. Well, let's go for the 6th, shall we?
No, God no.
Okay.
It's been progressively worse every time I've had it, so I definitely don't want it again.
Don't want a 6th.
No, thank you.
Not tempted to go for the 10?
Fuck no, never.
It's just a thing now, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's just something we'll have to live with because I've had it once. It was awful.
Yeah, it just sort of happens now.
Yeah, just going to have to live with it. So basically, man the fuck up, Rich.
I am. I'm doing it.
I'm only kidding, guys. I'm only joking. I can say that because lifetime friendship. We've this is the monthly roundup, so we look back on our month that's just been, and in that month we pretty much ended Season 5. We released the best of episodes, or some of the best bits. It's not the best of episodes, otherwise the best of episode would go on for about 13 hours, we think, in our eyes. We know we've said it in the last 2 episodes, but we have been nominated for the Independent UK Podcast Awards in the film and television category. So that was very big this month for me and Rich. Very excited to be in that camp with some past guests like the Cine Mile and W Rated.
Absolutely.
So we know 2 podcasts that are better than us already.
I'm really excited because we might get to meet some of our guests in person. Because we always record remotely, so we're going to go to the event. Means we might meet some friends that we've recorded with, and maybe some new podcasty pals as well. And
very exciting.
And also we can sit there and look menacing when we inevitably lose to the Cine Mile.
Yeah. Can't wait for that. Can't wait for that. So can you remember what we've recorded this? I mean, for the most of this month, you've probably been out of it, and I think I was sick at the beginning of it, and you were sick at the end of it. So let's see if you can remember what we did, because I couldn't. So I have the board.
Okay. So I know we were supposed to do The Nun 2 and we didn't because I was ill.
Yes.
And I know we've done the oh God, what have we done? We did the Equalizer 3.
Yes, we did. That was this month.
And what else have we done other than the Equalizer 3? See, the thing that hasn't quite come back is my smell hasn't quite come back, and my brain still hasn't quite come back.
I can't. Well, don't forget the most recent thing we've talked about.
Yeah. What's the most recent thing we talked about?
A Haunting in Venice.
Oh, Haunted in Venice, of course. Oh, God. Oh, God. That was like not long ago.
That was like 2 days ago. And I'll help you out. We've also done Vacation Friends too.
Was that this month?
Yeah, it's been a long month. It's been a 5-weeker.
Wow, okay. And also we gave you a treat of, to give you a snippet of some Another Slice content. Because
Disenfranchised. We released... We unlocked, that's the way I should put it, we unlocked the Lost in Space Disenfranchised, which was our first ever Disenfranchised.
And do you know what? Do you know what you get with Disenfranchised? You get Dave's brilliant, music work.
Thanks.
Dave really pulls out all the stops for the Another Slice music and stuff. Yeah.
When this comes out, Mr. and Mrs. Smith Disenfranchised will be out as well, so that would have been out as well. And... we finished Box Set Mentality from Dusk Till Dawn trilogy box set.
Yes. And we're going to be starting a new box set, which I'm really looking forward to.
Which is your fault, by the way.
It's not my fault. It's my wife's fault. Okay.
No, it's your fault.
Was it my fault? Why is it my fault?
Because you brought it into our lives. It's your wife, and she conned us into this, thinking that you were going to watch it together as a couple. Yeah,
so my wife conned us into doing the Twilight franchise for our next box set mentality by saying, it'd be really good, you should do it, it'd be nice to watch movies together. And then after we decided to do it, she's like, no, I don't want to watch them, I just wanted to torture you, having to make you watch movies I know you're going to hate. And I was like, cheers, oh good. Yeah.
Is there 5 of them? Hang on.
I think there is 5 of them, yeah.
Oh, that's 5 months,
they
Rich.
split one in half.
Yeah, the last one's part 2. So that's brilliant.
I've seen one. I've seen the first one. I got free tickets to go and watch it at View Cinema in Portsmouth when I was working at the Students' Union. So I've seen one.
And it was awful, right?
It was shit. It was terrible.
If I tell you that's the best one.
That's the best one. Oh, no.
What have I done?
What have I done?
What have I done? We've also saw The Equalizer 3. Tom got in contacted us and said, I did the same as Rich. Saw all 3 within 10 days. Surprisingly solid movies. My only disappointment with the third film is that, unless I'm mistaken, in the first 2, he never kills anyone with a gun. It's a shame they didn't continue that in the third film.
Oh, that's interesting.
And I thought that's a cracking point.
It is a cracking point.
Because I think he's right.
I hadn't thought about it, to be honest. But
no. He kills people in other ways.
He kills a lot of people. But
shot glass to the eye, a lot of nail gun stuff.
Yeah.
Ramming things in people's faces seems to be his go-to kill. But yeah, he does kill people in the third one with guns.
Yeah.
So... that's a shame.
I did quite enjoy all 3. They're all right.
They're all right.
Yeah.
They're all right. Because famous now, Rich, famous saying, it's fine. I think Equalizer 3 is a little bit better than it's fine.
A little bit better than fine, yes. I'd say all 3 of them are better than fine.
Yes.
Yeah.
They're an enjoyable trilogy. And what else did we watch this month? Oh, yeah, The Vacation Friends. Do you know what? I think we... enjoyed that, and I don't think other people did.
No,
so
just us.
We must have been in the right state of mind when that came out. But it was good. So it's been a good month. I mean, I was sick, you were really sick, and now it's ending. And we're on to October, which is the scary month.
Yes, lots of horror movies.
Which I believe, sequel-wise, and this is, we'll tell you more in a bit later, but there is the new Saw film and the new Exorcist film. And I've watched 2 trailers of that Exorcist film, and I think it looks absolutely terrifying. So
I thought you were going to say terrible for a minute.
No, it looks really good.
I have,
scary.
I've
really
seen a trailer
scary.
for it too. The trailer popped up at a film I was watching, and not not wholly looking forward to it.
But aren't you gonna appreciate if it's a good film?
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, but then that's the problem with horror, is that I'm like, that's a really good film, and I never ever want to watch it or think about it ever again. If it's a good horror film, I'm gonna want to wipe it from existence.
Yeah, I think we learned from Mike when he came onto our podcast that there's lots of different degrees of horror, and we shouldn't be afraid of it.
We're not afraid of horror.
We are brave boys, and we can watch horror films.
Some horror. There are more horror movies that fall flat with me than other genres, I think, is the thing. Yes.
Rich is less jumpy than I am, and I
get bored, I think is the problem. I get bored with horror movies quite often. But anyway, going off on a tangent now.
Anyway, shall we look forward to movie news?
Yes. Sequel news.
Sequel news. You won't be surprised, ladies and gentlemen, there isn't much, because this is still going on, and we still back our brothers and sisters in the SGA and the WGA strikes that are going on with the student unions, I was about to say.
I don't think they're involved just yet, but you never know. You never know.
The studios.
Yeah, the studios, yeah.
So there has basically been very little studio news, sequel news. I'm having a breakdown. So normally I keep secret the news from Rich.
Yes.
But this one I was like, you have to watch these things, because the sequel news is that there's 2 trailers came out this month for 2 big trailer sequels coming out.
Yes.
One being Chicken Run 2, which it's got a colon. Can't remember it at the moment.
The
Dawn of the Nuggets.
Oh, Dawn of the Nuggets. I was close.
With what did you think of this trailer?
I think it looked all right. Yeah, it looked fine. I watched it with my son, and he is, as we speak, watching Chicken Run 1. So obviously it did the job. So he's inside watching that now. He's very tired after a long week at school.
I bet.
He's like zombified in front of Chicken Run as we speak.
School is long. But did you realise it's not the voice of the woman that does the normal?
I did think it sounded strange, but
they've changed the voice of Ginger and Rocky.
So not Mel Gibson then.
Not Mel Gibson. They swapped him in for another troublesome American, Zachary Levy from
okay,
from Shazam, who can't seem to keep his mouth shut. Right. And instead of, I've forgotten her name, from Ab Fab, they've got in Fandy Newton. Even though the other woman sounds exactly the same, and I could easily dropped her in and redone the part. They've recast her, and I can't work out why. And the film looks fine. It looks fun.
So it's Juliet Sawalha, wasn't it?
That's the one.
Yeah.
They haven't got her back.
No, that's interesting.
And she even proved that she still got the same voice. And she's like, I don't understand why they've recast a lot of the other chickens, but not her.
So sorry, so they've recast Julia Sawalha, so she's not in it, yeah?
Yeah, but everyone else is pretty much the same. All the other chickens.
The same. Oh, right, okay.
But why do you think that is? Is she not a big enough name?
I don't know. That sounds weird, doesn't it?
And I was watching that trailer back going, I don't really like her.
Strange.
And she's great. Tandy Newton's a great actress. If she's right there, put her in.
So you've got is Phil Daniels back as the rat, because they sounded the same?
I don't think it is. Isn't it?
Really?
It's Daniel Mars and Robin Shranganathan.
Oh, okay. So they've totally recast it then?
No, the other chickens, the background chickens are all the same.
So you still got Jane Horrocks?
Yes.
Okay, and Miranda Richardson? No,
yes,
she was
I believe
baddie,
so.
Wasn't she?
She's back.
Oh yeah, of course. The baddie's back, isn't she?
Mrs. Tweedy. Yeah. That's the big reveal at the end.
Yeah. Spoilers in the trailer. I don't think we have spoilers in the trailer, Dave.
Well, some people don't watch the trailers, so we might have ruined it for those people.
I don't normally.
But we were so low on sequel news.
Yeah, they've really changed the cast a lot. It's only Miranda Richardson and Jane Horrocks, isn't it?
Really?
Everyone else is different from the look of it.
It's a bit sad, though, isn't it?
Yeah, it is a bit sad. That is a bit of a shame. But, maybe it's like, it's a Netflix one, isn't it?
Going straight to Netflix on, I believe...
December the 15th or something like that?
So, yes, we might have to wait until after Christmas because I'm off.
Yes, you'll be in Canada, won't you?
Unless Netflix want to send us a nice screener.
Anyone listening from Netflix, you want to send us a screener for Chicken Run 2, we will review it before Dave
We will review it.
Ready for its release.
I know it's being shown at the London Film Festival, so if they do a nationwide premiere, sometimes they do that at the same time. Me and Rich will try and catch it. That might be good, actually. That's just a thought off the top of my head.
That would be nice.
The other trailer.
Yes. Yeah. The other trailer.
Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom.
Now, I've got to be honest, I think that looks absolutely shit.
Oh, I'm with you, sir. I really hate the first film, and lots of people seem to have loved it for some reason.
I think it looks like a bag of spanners. Honestly, it's like the trailer's a CGI fest, and the CGI looks terrible. There's
a bit when Arthur Curry, Jason Momoa, takes his Aquaman pants off the washing line.
Yes.
I don't understand.
Why is he washing them?
Yeah.
If they're underwater pants.
I think it's a joke, but it misfires. Also, and I hate comparing it to Marvel stuff, but it does just look like a Thor Loki relationship with the bad brother.
Yeah. I don't know. I watched it and I was like, oh God, I'm not looking forward to that at all.
There's lots of...
I quite like Manta as a villain. And that's a shame because he looks, again, quite rubbish.
There's lots of rumours that Warner Brothers have given up on this film now.
Really?
Because this is coming out in December, and you'd think a film like this, they would have had a trailer before this.
They'd be better off putting it out like November when there's going to be nothing else.
Even January.
Well, yeah, even January when there's there's not going to be anything out in November because everyone's on strike, aren't they? So stick it out in November. You don't have to spend anything on promoting it because, no one's doing promo anyway. Stick it out in November at nice and early when it's got no competition, and it'll probably make more money than it would anyway.
Are you saying that Aquaman's not a Christmas film?
I mean, it didn't look like one.
Well, it's released in December.
Yeah, but that doesn't make it a Christmas film. Like America, December is a good time for movies in the States, isn't it? Like it's a big tradition to go to the movies on Christmas Day.
On Christmas Day, yeah. I can't imagine doing that, but I quite like the sound of it. Not see Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom or whatever.
No, that can just no. My son, on the other hand, quite liked it. He was like, "Oh, I want to watch that." I was like, "No, you don't."
Now you have to watch the first one again.
Yeah, he's not seen the first one. I don't have any wish to revisit that old nonsense. Well, I probably will have to because I can't remember it.
Well, it's very this timeline's so diluted now because I'm not quite sure if we're meant to care, like the Flash stuff
Again,
or
is it
the Shazam
stuff.
I have no idea, Rich.
Yeah,
is this the last one that's coming out from the old stable of the DC
this is the
stuff?
last one, is it? Finally, the last.
Yes,
one.
Or is it the first one?
Oh, I hope not. If this is the first James Gunn one, the trailer makes it look awful.
I think they're just going to cut and run as soon as this is out. It's a shame because I like Jason Momoa. He goes big in most films. I just don't think this film works. I know.
No. There's a bit in the trailer where he gets trapped under a rock, and I was like, just leave him.
I was surprised to see Nicole Kidman back, to be honest, as well. Oh, and I like Patrick Wilson, but come on now, let's move on.
Yeah.
So, thank you for watching that, Rich. I know you wouldn't have watched it otherwise, would you?
No, of course not. I'm not a big trailer guy. I don't like to watch trailers because I find that they spoil, especially modern day trailers. I don't mind old, back in the day trailers. They didn't tend to spoil the movies quite so much. These days, I find they put all the good bits of the movie in the trailers. So then I'm watching the movie going, oh, well, I know what's going to happen now. I
felt like that way. Again, you haven't seen The Nun 2, but most of the good stuff that you've seen in The Nun 2 is probably in the Nun
seen the trailer
2
either,
trailer.
So, yeah.
Oh, you might really like it then, after all this.
I doubt it.
The Conjuring universe. I have no idea where we are with that thing either.
I've not seen any of them, Dave. I still haven't watched the Nun 1, to be honest.
Oh.
That was a nice bonus of COVID. I didn't have to watch them. So,
Yeah, there was a rumour going around. That's why you got COVID. Well, I didn't start that rumour.
Honestly, I felt so poorly. I would rather have watched The Nun and The Nun 2 than I would have had the COVID, I promise.
I can understand that. Shall we go on to sequel?
Yeah.
Next one, which is, I believe, sequels that we watched, sequels that we've seen. No, sequels that we've seen. Let me check my list and tell you if I've seen any sequels.
I'll tell you what we're not going to win at the Independent Podcast Awards. We're not going to win Best Jingle.
I'm surprised we didn't put that one forward. Have you listened to them, by the way? Because you can go on the website and listen to the jingles.
I haven't, but I'm going to.
They're really good.
Yeah,
they're really good.
I imagine.
Like, how are people making these? They're incredible. So sequels that you've seen, Rich. You can go first.
I've seen one sequel.
That's
in this
apparently
whole month.
One more than me.
I watched Godzilla vs. Kong because my son has been begging to watch it for what feels like 2 years since it came out. We have not seen any of the others. So we've not seen Kong Skull Island, we've not seen Godzilla, we've not seen Godzilla King of the Monsters, but he was desperate to watch this. He has Godzilla and Kong toys. He's got a friend at school and they tells him about it all the time. He was desperate to watch it. It was pretty shit. I'm not gonna lie. I did not enjoy it. He quite liked it because there were lots of giant monsters and explosions.
Yeah,
which he was pretty happy about. So now he's going around sort of trying to decide who is actually the strongest, Godzilla, Mechagodzilla, or Kong, and who he's like
Godzilla, obviously, right?
Well, yeah. I mean, he's ranking them. Right.
Like,
yeah, but if in this situation, this guy would win. If this situation, this guy would win. And yeah. He's going through the full autism gamut of deep dive into Godzilla and Kong kaiju stuff.
Does that include watching the other films?
I'm probably going to have to.
Because that's a mixed bag.
He did say to me the other day, "Oh, I think there's a white Godzilla film," and I'm like, "No, that's Rampage with The Rock." Please, God, don't make me watch that.
Oh, if you're watching the rest of them, you might as well throw that one in there. What about like the '98 Godzilla? Are you going to save that when it comes up and Disenfranchised?
Yeah, we're not going to watch that one. We'll ignore that one. It'll just confuse him, to be honest. But he's like, I thought there were like 50 Godzilla movies, and I'm like, yes, there are.
There is more than that now.
Most of them are in Japanese. You're not going to want to watch those.
Yeah, a lot of them, surprisingly, are about board meetings. We've learned.
Yeah, a lot of them are about red tape and bureaucracy.
There was a trailer for a new one this month called Godzilla -1, and I was like, oh my god, is this the Shin Godzilla sequel that Matt wanted from Sequelizers? Apparently, it's not. It's just another Godzilla film from studio. Okay. So it's not the one he was hoping for.
Gotcha.
So I was like, step back. It's not a sequel. We don't have to worry about it. But it does look pretty, unique again from that camp. So I'll probably watch it. But those Godzilla films, I like. The first one's all right. Kong Skull Island, I quite really enjoy.
Okay.
The second Godzilla, I was really looking forward to, and I think it's proper rubbish, but not in a fun way.
Monsters, right?
Oh, yeah, I really didn't enjoy that one. The plotting and what they do with some characters is just awful, and the script's terrible. Back then, you just want to see big monsters fight, don't you? Really?
Yeah, I was talking about this with my wife earlier. I'm talking about kind of we were talking about like what makes a good movie. Like what is it that we look for in a movie? And for me, it's always story. Like I'm fully not impressed by incredible visuals and effects and set pieces and stuff. It just doesn't do it for me. It's all about clever story, clever dialogue.
Moneyball, right?
Hey, can't knock it. I was like, I don't care if a movie looks dull. As long as it's got a clever story.
As long as
story.
Alan Sorkin. Alan or Aaron?
Aaron.
Damn it! I wrote it. It's the best movie ever. Social Network.
I mean, that's probably one of the weaker ones, but, you know.
Oh, I think that's one of the good ones.
Yeah, but they're all really good. Like, so.
He's very talented. I have not watched any sequels this month, Rich, apart from the ones I've watched The Nun 2.
Well, yes.
We'll save that.
We will talk about that on...
Would we add Blue Beetle in this? Or is that...
I haven't seen it. I thought we decided it wasn't a sequel. That's why we weren't going to watch it.
Yes. I only watched it because it was a hot day and we wanted air conditioning somewhere. So let's move on to just Movie Club.
Movie Club.
There you go. Movie Club. So yeah, I watched Blue Beetle. I went and saw that film, which is associated somehow, I think, with the DC. I have no idea.
It is DC, I think. Yeah,
it is DC. It doesn't have. It mentions Batman and Superman, but it doesn't have any of those characters in the film, and that's why we didn't watch it. I mean, if Ben Affleck rocked up in it somewhere, we'd be like, "Oh fuck, we have to go and watch. I have to talk about this film." But it isn't. It's okay. It's got this really fun family dynamic in it.
It's not kid from Cobra Kai, right? Really
good, really fun, and then his rest of his family are on with him on the adventure. Basically, they're all in it, and that's where the element comes from, that film, of the funness and why it makes it slightly different to the other films. Is it a good superhero film? Not. Susan Sarandon plays the bad guy, and I love Susan Sarandon. Not a great bad guy.
Oh, that's a shame.
There is a lot of bits like the first Iron Man in there, like the suit talking to him and stuff like that. And I don't know. It was fine. It was. Oh my god! I'm sounding like you.
We're going to get T-shirts, Unequal Sequel T-shirts with "It was fine."
It was fine. Yeah. And I to spend a couple of hours in air conditioning when it was really hot. It was good. Okay. And I've seen a lot, like Shazam 2's worse. So there you go. But would I want to watch another one? Probably. You know what? I would. I would like to see more of that family dynamic. But I couldn't see what they would do with that character if they put him with like the Justice League. Because if you take him away from his family, then he's just another superhero. So it's not great. What else did I see? I'll quickly talk. Shall we talk about Elemental? We both saw Elemental this month.
I've obviously not been to the cinema because
obviously not
give everyone COVID. So I've been camped at home. My wife banished me to the bedroom and wouldn't let me out. I was fully in quarantine,
and that's why you watched Elemental.
So yeah, Elemental I'd already watched because before I was ill, because I made the massive mistake of renting it on home premiere, and then a week later it came out on Disney Plus. Because my son has been desperate to see it. He really wants to get to the cinema and see it, but obviously cinema is not a good place for him. So I rented it on home premiere, spent like a tenner on it, and then literally a week later it was on Disney Plus. And I was like, wow!
What did you think of it?
It was fine.
We are not good at this.
I think it was all right. It was all right. It was probably a little better than fine, to be honest, to be fair to it. I don't think it was the best Pixar movie by a long chalk. I sort of, the message is nice. I think it's sort of okay. It's better for kids than it is for grown-ups, I would say.
Do you think kids get it all, though? Because there's a lot about, racism and whatever in there. And...
Yeah, but I think George enjoyed it more than me.
No, that's good. That's good.
He was quite happy watching it and was happy to watch it again and stuff. So, I think
it didn't make you cry in any way.
No, not at all. No. And I get the message. The message is good. I get that. I just like
animation was nice. I have to say, I thought
the animation
was pretty
was nice. Just didn't give me any feels really.
And that's what you want from a Pixar film, isn't it?
Yeah, it's true.
There's some fun jokes in there. I laughed a few times. I thought it was sweet, but like you, it didn't sweep me off my feet, and that's what's Pixar's got high standards. Yeah.
So what I was trying to say was I was locked away in my bedroom, not allowed to leave because my wife didn't want to get COVID off me.
Right.
And so I did watch quite a few movies.
Right, let's go through.
I did message you at one point and being like, "Hey, what can I watch?"
Oh yeah, I sent you a couple of.
You did. So on your recommendation, I watched Flaming Hot. Really enjoyed it.
Yeah, it's great.
Really liked it. It's great. It's a brilliant way to do a biopic like that. I think it's Eva Longoria has done an incredible job.
Yeah,
loved it. I watched it before I had the COVID. Actually, Flaming Hot. I went and got some Flaming Hot Cheetos, and I used them as a prop doing a presentation at work, and gave loads of people Flaming Hot Cheetos. I got Anna and George to try them, and George was very upset with me, and asked me why I'd given him something that just tastes of hot. And then at school wrote a little story about it.
Oh,
pictures of like flames coming out his mouth and stuff. I was like, oh dear.
That's very sweet. I like that.
But I love them. I think they're amazing.
Yeah, they are.
Flaming Hot Cheetos. I think they're top. But after watching that, pretty quickly after that, that's when I got poorly. So then I watched Trainwreck. Again, on your recommendation, the Amy Schumer movie.
Oh, yeah.
You mentioned, with John Cena in. You said he was quite good in that. You're right. It is a good movie. I enjoyed that. I watched The Nice Guys. Again,
where's my sequel, guys?
Your recommendation.
Where's the sequel?
I really enjoyed it. I think it was really good. It was so much better than I thought it was going to be.
Those two together, Gosling and Russell Crowe together, are incredible.
Absolutely. You also recommended La La Land, which I did not. I'm conflicted about La La Land. There are bits of it I thought this is absolute toilet, and there are bits of it where I thought this is actually very good, and I can't quite see how it marries up in my head. Like, I think it's got a very strong ending. If I could just watch the last 5 minutes, then I think that's fine.
Right.
There were just other bits, and I'm like, just don't. This is just very dull, like very.
You can't say it's dull at any point.
Oh,
Come
no,
on,
it
bro.
is. It definitely is. There's a lot of talk about jazz,
and you know how much I hate jazz. I don't hate La La Land. I really enjoyed La La Land.
I did not enjoy the songs very much. They didn't really pull it. I don't know. It just didn't pull me in. I was feeling very poorly at that point.
Yeah, I think maybe watch that again if you can't decide.
No, I don't want to watch it again. And then I also watched Logan Lucky, which is one that you have recommended before, but I thought I'd seen, and it turns out I hadn't.
What you seen?
Watched Lucky Number 11 instead.
Brilliant. Completely different films.
Very different film.
I mean, both good films.
Yeah. And quite enjoyed Logan Lucky. I also watched The Greatest Days, which is the Take That musical.
Right. I've done a bit of work on this at work, so I haven't watched all of The Greatest Day. Okay. But I do know the storyline, and I know I've watched quite a few of the numbers, because we know I'm a massive Take That fan, and you're a big because we made a boy band.
Take That fans. Yeah.
We made a boy band video when we were at uni, and we studied Take That to the inch of their lives at that point,
and many other boy bands, to be honest,
and many other boy bands.
Still mercilessly takes the piss out of me for liking boy bands.
5
doesn't really fit with the rest of my musical taste.
E17, all up there. So I was excited to see what they do, and do you know what? I would rather just see Take That sing the songs.
Yes, I would agree. In general, I found it enjoyable. through the movie, I liked the storyline. I think Aisling B is very good.
She's funny.
The rest of the cast are quite good. I think it runs out of steam, to be honest. Towards the end, it kind of like it stutters to an ending rather than it could have been very strong, and it just kind of drops off towards the end.
Yeah, and from what I've seen, I'll agree with that.
I think it's fine.
Oh God.
And a lot better than the next two movies I watched, which are The Dark Tower with Idris Elba.
Oh, man. We're going to do that on Disenfranchised. That's on the list at some point, so I'm glad you watched it.
It's not good. And I also watched a movie called Cass, which is about a football hooligan movie. Yeah. Again, really quite a good cast. Not a great movie. Like there are the main core cast is very good. The supporting cast around them are incredibly bad. Like there's some acting in there that is
Green Street 2 level.
Not quite that bad.
Okay,
but it's teeth clenching.
Okay.
And then the last thing I've watched is Living with Bill Nighy. I don't know if you've seen
that.
I
haven't watched it yet, but I've heard good things.
I really liked it. It's a remake of a Kurosawa movie. And yeah, I really, really enjoyed it. That's my kind of thing. It's very slow. It's very steady. It's not anyone changing the world. It's about a man, making the most out of the time he's got left. And I really enjoyed it. I think it's a really strong
Will it make me cry?
Might, yeah.
Oh, God.
It might.
Okay. Well, you've had an interesting month. Shall I go on
I watched The Nice Guys, Greatest Days and Living on the same day.
What a day.
What a day.
The Nice Guys is very, very special, and I cannot believe that didn't make enough money to make
I watched that at about 2:00 in the morning when I couldn't sleep.
Oh, it's so good. I remember seeing that in the cinema, and I was like, I just want more of this. I would happily, because that's the 70s, right?
Yeah.
We've been over 10 years now of that, I think. Give me one of those in the 80s.
Give me the 80s one, yeah.
Oh, just put those, please. That's all I want. I went and watched The Greatest Showman on the cinema again. It was shown again.
Right, okay.
Because I'm a big fan of The Greatest Showman, and I know it's very corny.
But it's good.
I think the songs absolutely bang.
Absolutely.
And I think
Hugh
right. Jackman is brilliant in that. And I know he plays, in real life, the man is a horrible, horrible person. P.T. Barnum was a horrible man. So
yes,
to make him so likeable, brilliant. We had such a good time watching that, singing along like in the cinema. It was great. And then I also watched, I said you maybe try and watch it, is She Said, which is
I didn't manage to watch that one. I thought...
The Me Too, the Harvey Weinstein.
Yeah, I didn't feel
bringing
very
him
well,
down.
and I thought it would make me feel worse.
Well, just men are awful, aren't we?
Exactly. I just, with all the news that's out at the moment and stuff, I just felt like, yeah.
We'll get to that in a minute. Yes, I thought that was a well put together film, and I can't believe it was kind of. I don't know. I kind of felt like it was rushed out at the cinemas because I wanted to see it, and then it came and went in like a week, and no one saw it. So
yeah, which is a bit of a shame because that's a movie people should be watching, and men should be watching.
Absolutely, yeah. What else did I watch? I rewatched Pulp Fiction for about the millionth time because I scratched it finally off the poster.
Good.
That it's still great. Still one of Tarantino's best. Yeah. I know, we had that discussion. I watched Night and Day, the Tom Cruise film, and Cameron Diaz.
Yeah.
They've got incredible chemistry, haven't they, those two in that film? It's fun. Again, it's not a brilliant Tom Cruise film, but it's fun. It's fun.
It's a fun movie.
Fun.
Yeah.
And their chemistry is brilliant.
They're the T-shirts we're getting. I'm getting it was fine, and you're getting it was fun.
Fun, yeah. And then I rewatched Barbie again. We got sent a screener link to that.
You did. Unfortunately, you sent it to me too late.
I thought I did.
Like a couple of hours before it ended, basically. So my wife really wanted to watch it. I sent it on to her, and she's like, "I have not got time to watch this."
It's a shame, sorry. And it's still great. To be fair, when we watched it, Richie, it kept stopping throughout, so it took me like.
That's annoying.
Yeah, it was annoying, and that's all I've watched apart from The Equalizer 1, 2, and 3. I watched all 3 of them as well. And,
yeah, me too. Yeah,
and from Dust Till Dawn and stuff. It was, but what was your favourite thing you've watched this month? Everything we've watched, including all those films.
Probably Living, I think.
Okay,
closely followed by The Nice Guys.
I will definitely.
Hot. That's the top.
Flaming Hot is good.
Yeah, I really like Flaming Hot. I like the way it was done.
Yeah, I really enjoyed that film. The best thing I've saw this month is The Greatest Showman. I had such a good time again. It's great. Let's move on to TV Club.
Ooh, TV Club.
Right. What have you watched?
Oh, so much.
Have you? Good, because I've watched literally nothing, I don't think.
A lot of rubbish, to be honest. Like,
I can tell you quickly, We're still watching Only Murders in the building.
Yeah. Still on Only Murders in the building.
It's still a fantastic 45 minutes of TV. I love the last episode was great. Only Wrexham has started again, I think, with 2 free episodes in that.
3 episodes into that, yeah.
Again, it's like a warm hug, weirdly, of a programme.
Welcome to Wrexham, it's great.
I haven't watched the new Ahsoka.
I have started watching the new Ahsoka.
I'm waiting till it's all done. Good so far?
I need to watch, like, Clone Wars.
Do you have to watch, Clone Wars and Rebels?
Yeah, well, all the characters that are in it are from, like, Clone Wars, and I do own Clone Wars, and my son has watched them all, and I've kind of dipped in and out when he's been watching them.
Okay.
So I need to kind of I think it's good, and I'm not sure.
What a way to watch TV.
Yeah, I also, from the Jared Christmas episode, I rewatched Firefly.
Oh,
because I love it, and it didn't disappoint. It's still great.
Brilliant.
And I'm still sad there aren't more episodes.
Yeah, so I might have that one.
So I rewatched that. Obviously, I've watched loads of rugby because it's the World Cup at the moment. So I've watched pretty much every game of the World Cup.
Who's going to win it quickly? Who's going to win it?
France, I think.
Even with the guy who could dislocate his jaw last night, what have you done?
Yeah, I think they'll still win it. I think
they do look good. Yes,
I think they're just on a wave, and it's in France, and I think that'll be okay. Yeah, I think. What else? I watched Celebrity Hunted. the last.
Oh yeah, the James Acaster.
Yeah, because I wanted to watch James and Ed from Off Menu on Celebrity Hunted, and they're not in it very much. They go out quite early.
Yeah, but they had other things to do.
That was fun. I've watched lots of Only Connect because I love it.
That's the Victoria Coren
Mitchell quiz show, which it's virtually impossible to answer the questions. But yeah, it's one of those quiz shows where if you get one right, you're having a really good day.
Okay.
So yeah, I really enjoyed that. So I watched a lot of that. Yeah, can't think of much. Sex Education started back again.
Last series.
Yeah, Last Education and Sex Education. So
Savour it.
Yeah, I've watched a couple of episodes of that now. I think that's it.
Good month. I finished Celebrity MasterChef. I won't say who won. But, I love those kind of cooking shows. Still nailed it on Netflix. Is good. The only other thing I weirdly watched, Rich, was the Russell Brand Dispatched.
Yeah, I did. I started watching that, and I was just, oh no, I just can't watch it. It's too horrible.
It is horrible. Yeah, it's men are the worst.
Yeah. I will be completely honest with you. I genuinely thought he'd already been cancelled for being a sex offender. So it kind of wasn't a surprise. I was like, doesn't everyone know this already? Like, isn't this already out? Like,
he's been preparing this for. I don't know where we should go, but he's been preparing this for a while.
Yeah, he's quite clearly a terrible human and has been for a long time.
Yeah. It's funny for me because I worked on Celebrity Big Brother for 10 days.
Okay.
In 2006. I was a runner on that show. And I had to get Russell Brand his lunch every day. And weird things like that. Yeah. No, he was okay around me. I mean, there are some certain things that are said in that documentary. Like, every morning when I asked him what he wanted for lunch, he would be in his white little pants doing yoga. And it only dawned on me the other day. I was like, oh, that's a bit weird for a runner, 18, 19-year-old man or woman to walk into a room. There's a half-naked Russell Brand in there. But yeah, it's just a bit weird watching it back. And then, yeah, he's a horrible human being.
That is extra weird for you, for someone you've actually worked with.
I've been in those buildings.
Yeah.
I've been with those production teams kind of thing. So, yeah, I didn't see any of the horrible stuff.
No.
I didn't have to get any of the audience numbers, luckily, in the show. I followed the runner. I followed the cameraman, made sure the wires were out of the cameraman's way, and then I swept the stage and stuff like that, and did the sit-ins for the panel in the run through at the beginning. And I was only on it for a little bit. I wasn't there for a long time. So yeah, it is weird. I don't know why we're still going on about it, but that's literally the only thing I've really watched this month, and nothing else. Really? Nothing else that really I can think about?
I've watched one episode so far of One Piece, which is
the live action
Netflix live action anime thing, which I watched the first episode with my son. It's not really a kid's thing, but he's really into pirates and things at the moment, so we kind of started watching
Your boy just keeps moving on to the next thing.
Yeah, again, this is autism brain for you. He just, he gets obsessed about things. But yeah, he was quite enjoying it, so we'll probably watch that, I think.
I tell you what, also one episode of A Race Around the World, the Celebrity Edition on BBC.
Oh yeah, my wife started watching that.
I love that show. So I'm very excited to watch more of that in the next month. And then, soon it's going to be Christmas. Oh, we found out new seasons of Slow Horses is coming December 3rd on Apple TV.
New series of Taskmaster starts as well.
Oh my God. So yeah. And new Bake Off. Yeah. Oh, it's all happening.
I'm going to see who's my favourite baker.
My wife.
Essentially, my social media is just me following lots of different bakers that I like.
We should get them on.
The Great British Bake Off. Yeah, let's do it. If you're listening and you were a contestant on the Great British Bake Off, we want you on this.
We're big fans.
You in our interview episodes. We're big fans.
Yeah. My wife is going to learn what is coming up the upcoming week is, and she's going to cook something so she can practice with it.
Nice.
And I was like, this is a win-win for me, right?
Yeah, there's a win-win for you. I did before COVID, obviously, which ruined everything. We used to do a bake-off sweepstake at work.
Yeah,
and when you lost, you had to bake something from the episode.
That'd be
my
fun.
week was children's birthday cakes. So I had to make a children's birthday cake, and my son wanted a rainbow whale, and it looked horrific, but it tasted good.
Oh, good.
Which is kind of my thing. Whatever I make.
Would you ever be tempted to enter and go onto any of those shows?
Fuck no, I'd be terrible at it.
Because you can cook.
I can, yeah, but not under pressure.
Yeah, I mean your creamy leeks are really good, and that's not meant me really, really good. So get them on MasterChef or whatever.
Yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't be any good at all the blind challenges and stuff. I'd just be sat there going, I don't know what I'm doing.
What have you ever tried about entering what is it? Any other game shows?
Yeah, maybe.
Because you're also quite clever.
I don't know, I'm that clever. But yeah, I've thought about it, quiz shows and stuff.
What is the Ben Shepherd, the one that they dropped things in?
Tipping Point.
I'm always tempted by Tipping Point. I think
okay.
If I had to go on one, that's the one I would like to go on. Or The Wheel. I like to have a go on The Wheel.
I'd quite like Pointless.
I always get Pointless
on. Though on Pointless.
Hey, you've won 10p kind of thing.
Catchphrase would be better.
Nah, I'm not very good at catchphrase.
Catchphrase seems so easy, and they win so much money.
Hey, we can go on Pointless together if you want.
$75,000. Yeah, I'm up for that.
Okay, we'll enter.
Our knowledge is probably quite similar. That's the thing.
Well, hopefully we get lucky.
Yeah.
Guys, we're going to enter Pointless. Let's see how that goes. Let's move on to release calendar.
Okay.
So let's see what's coming up into... Hang on. Jingle. Release calendar.
Nice.
Don't know. Yeah. Let's see what's coming up in the month of October. So... Oh, well,
is it lots of horror movies by any chance?
Well, I was about to say...
October's all about?
Yeah. Saw is coming out on the 29th of September, so it's not even October, so...
But you will do that in October.
I have worked it out. I've got a list somewhere, but I don't want to tell people. Okay, October the 6th is The Exorcist, Believer.
Yeah.
So, I know you're excited about that.
I'm so not.
This is another big one. My Trolls band together, so it's the third Trolls film.
Yes, another one my son is very excited about.
My wife is very excited about this. And do you know why? Because NSYNC have released a new song.
Yeah. My wife was saying the same thing.
20 years ago, my wife was the biggest, and I mean, she is a big NSYNC fan. In fact, I think that trailer made her cry.
Really?
When she found out they've done a song together, she lost her shit.
I remember reading an article by Joey Fatone from NSYNC.
Or Joey Fat One,
Yeah,
as it's spelled.
Joey Fat One.
Which is very unfortunate for Joey Fatone.
It is, yeah. But so Joey Fatone wrote an article where he's basically like, if you think you're going to get famous by being in a boy band, think again. I'm the second most famous person from NSYNC, and I'm Joey Fatone.
I would say he's the... Hang on, Justin's biggest. Then I would say JC. And then
he's not done anything else, though.
And then Lance Bass.
At least an actor now.
He's been in the Greek films. That's it.
Yeah, but he's done more than the others.
Lance Bass went to space, didn't he? Or nearly went to space?
I have no idea.
I don't know. Anyway, that's happening. Trolls band together. So we'll be there, me and my wife, with the kids that day.
I'll be watching that, yeah.
And that's it, sequel-wise. But on the same month, but we are going to review in October. So we are going to do the Expendables, because that's out this week. But obviously we can't release it this week because we're doing this. So Expendables next week, then Saw X, then Exorcist, then Trolls, then the Roundup, something like that. But also in that month, we've got... Oh, God, it's busy. And also in that month, we've got the new Martin Scorsese film, Killers of the Flower Moon.
Yeah, that
looks good. Looks really good. I know it's going to be on Apple TV, but I think a Scorsese film I might try and watch on cinema, even though it's 3.5 hours.
Yeah, I think I'm going to watch it on Apple TV, mate. I'm going to close the curtains and pretend I'm in the cinema.
There's a film called Blackberry, which is about the rise of the Blackberries. That looks meant to be very good. There's another Paw Patrol movie, Rich.
No.
Okay.
I mean, that's a sequel, right? We should be doing it.
We should be doing it. Fucking not, though.
Not good.
Five Nights at Freddy's.
Yeah, again, something that my son is slightly obsessed with.
I can't understand this because it's a horror film, Rich, and kids seem to be... Is there a kids' cartoon of it or something?
Okay, so Five Nights at Freddy's originally is a game, but then from that game has spawned lots of YouTube videos that are sort of a bit more kid-friendly, and there's a cartoon, which I think is a YouTube cartoon, I'm not sure, which is it's a very kid-friendly version of Friday Nights at Freddy's, which is called Fazbear or something, I think.
Right. I don't think the film's that. I think the film's a horror film.
The film is very much a horror film. And the game is very much a horror game because he keeps asking to play the game. And I'm like, no, because you have to be 18. You're not playing the game. He's like, it's fine. I won't be scared. I'm like, yes, you will.
Yes, you will.
And I will have to deal with that.
So that's a busy month for us. And hopefully we're going to really start cracking on to season 6 of the podcast as well. We just had to get out September out of the way when we were both ill.
Yeah.
So I had a bit of a break, and now it's full steam ahead. And because this year is absolutely flying. Like, I cannot believe it's October next week.
No, I know. It's crazy, isn't it?
Can't get my head around that. So
it's like half term in a couple of weeks. Like they only just went back to school 5 minutes ago.
Yeah, what the fuck? Right. Anyway, that's what's coming, and that's what we're doing. So hopefully, once we watched it, send in your thoughts.
Yeah, if you want to send us in your thoughts, it's very easy to do that because we're on literally all of the social medias apart from Facebook. But who uses Facebook?
We're on Instagram, same thing.
Yeah, we're on Instagram and Threads. It's all the same thing these days. So yeah, Instagram, Threads, X/Twitter until Elmo makes us pay for it. What else are we on? Blue Sky, Letterboxd, TikTok. All the things. We're on all the things. And if you don't use any of those things, you can still send us an email. We're unequalsequel@hotmail.com. We promise we will read out all of your stuff if we remember in the next monthly roundup. So do tell us what you think. If you told us what you think about stuff and we forgot to read it out this time, send us an email and tell us. We won't be offended. Let us know we've missed out your comments. Call us idiots. It's fine. We won't cry.
We are idiots.
We are idiots. And if you want to hear more of us being idiots, then you can always go back and listen to our previous episodes. There's loads of them. Absolutely tons of them. 5 whole series of interview episodes. Hundreds of these extra episodes, which, by the way, we never planned to do in the first place.
Yeah, Don't know what happened there.
I don't know what happened there either. We've just ended up doing it. Go back and listen to them. While you're there, hit the subscribe button, hit the auto-download button. We'll drop it to your pod player of choice every single week. If you really, really love us, and lots of you do, which is brilliant, thank you, all of you subscribers. You can get yourself onto anotherslice.com/unequal sequel. Join our subscription service for just $2.99 a month, and we will give you loads of extra bonus content. I mean, for less than £3, it's very good value. You'll get Disenfranchised, you'll get Box Set Mentality, you'll get extra reviews, you'll get sequel episodes to all of our interview episodes, and also you'll get mine and Dave's appreciation, because, you know, I'm not saying we love slicers. That's what we call them. You get us a nickname more than the rest of you, but, you know, it's close. It's close.
It is close. It's a great way to support an independent podcast that we're, you know, a nominated award independent podcast now.
Award nominated.
Yeah. So, you know, not going to let it go to my head or anything like that. Thank you, everyone, for being involved and listening and subscribing and doing whatever and supporting the podcast in your own special little ways. Whatever you do is good with me. This is kind of our downtime now, weirdly. It's only one episode a week. Sometimes two with the Another Slice stuff. So, because at one point it was 3 episodes a week, and that almost nearly kills me. So it's good fun though. Thank you for listening. I've got nothing else to say. Nope. No, I haven't. I've run out of things to say for once. So it's a goodbye from me. Bye-bye. It's a goodbye from him.
Bye.
See you on the next one. Sequel to this one. Have a great week. We'll see you in October. Bye-bye. You going to do anything for Halloween? Anything planned?
Hide until the lights off and pretend I'm not in, so I don't have to give sweets.
Oh, you see, I can't do that.
No, we won't do that. We don't.
I've got a person in my house that come from a country that was really into Halloween. And autumn. Everything's orange now in my house. I blend in beautifully.